Don, welcome once again. We've had a busy few days, a busy few weeks, and boxing is always buzzing. I just want your prediction, just a touch on. Let's start on Dillian Whyte. What
Okay.
are your thoughts on his performance? On after waiting such a long time to get a chance in against Tyson Fury, and the things that he said probably afterwards as well.
Well, actually, I don't think many people give. I know you said that he would make a good fight. I do think he did as well as his ability allowed him to. He came to fight because he was slugging it out, but he was just outclassed. And obviously, his non-participation in the promotion didn't hurt with 94,000 people showing up, so he didn't have that kind of an impact. I thought he fought to the length of his ability, and it just was outclassed by a better fighter. All the talk and everything else, he just didn't have it. At the end, a little bit of controversy. I mean, he was knocked down. It did look like a shove, but I don't think that would have affected the outcome. Sort of a unshove that followed up after the shot that he hit him with. Dillian talking about a rematch, I think, it's ridiculous. Nobody would buy it. He'd have to fight as well back into contention. I think is a major contender and a force in the division. He's about gone. I think he gave the best chance he had, and that was it.
Don, what are his options now?
Well, he's got to take a deep breath and really dig himself out of that hole. He could have to fight anybody and anyone who came along. I'll give you an example. When Lennox Lewis lost the title to Oliver McCall, and I really thought that was probably one of the worst stoppages in the history of boxing. They talked about controversy the other night, but he was down. He was on his feet. I think he could have continued. And he said at a WBC convention, I was sitting right next to him, I'll fight anybody you put in front of me to get that shot back. And he had to go 2 years through got that. He fought Lionel Butler. He fought Tommy Morrison. I mean, he fought anybody and everybody they asked him to fight to get there. And he finally regained the title. And I think that Whyte is probably in his a much more difficult position than he was. He was knocked out by Povetkin. He reversed that. Got knocked out now by Tyson Fury. Very, very profoundly knocked out. And he'll have to really just take on anybody or everybody who'd be willing to fight him to try to get himself back in a position. But I think it's hard.
Yeah, he's that kind of fighter. But then this talk of Deontay Wilder saying he wants to fight again this year, maybe rejuvenated by watching Tyson Fury in the mix. There's a loser of Anthony Joshua against Alexander Usyk. There's always, there's Ruiz is still hovering around. And of course there's the young bucks up and coming as well. So there are options there for him.
Oh yeah,
it's just a case of which direction he wants to move it.
I agree, John. But he'll have to fight somebody credible. He'll really have to come back and just take the best there. I don't see him taking a small tune-up fight, particularly with the kind of money he made the other day, even though it was not what he wanted to make. He's going to have to come back and fight a real contender to reestablish himself. It can be done. It's been done in the past, as you know, and it's possible, but he's got a hard road ahead of him.
History repeating itself.